so wise.
It's just so deep.
Na 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 na.
Okay, hi, and welcome to Elena Does Audio Stuff. As you can see, we have a guest today. Lovely person is called Mette. Sorry, even I said it wrong. She's Danish.
Yeah.
So she is a vocal coach, vocal personnel, vocal talent. So me and Mette have been planning to start a series. It's just us talking about two perspectives.
Yeah, singer, producer stuff. If there's some subjects you want us to take up, you can always write down below. We are happy to discuss that.
In this point also, if you haven't subscribed yet, then go and subscribe around here, the subscription button.
Yay.
Around here, so subscribe if you haven't yet, so you will see more our series and you will be informed when that will happen.
Yes. We're gonna put that in slow motion, aren't we? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So we have 3 points where we look at the point of view between producer and singer and what happens when you record vocals and how you can make it as good as possible, both as an artist coming into a studio and as a producer doing the session. Tell us, what is the first point?
How do you prepare for a vocal session?
So the first thing that as a producer you would need to think is atmosphere. There's so many ways to make the mood better. So you can, dim the lights, put the lights off so that the singer doesn't see you.
Personally, I like complete darkness, shut eyes, and I move my hands a lot. So, which can sometimes be a bit of a, bit difficult with the mic stands and stuff. I have friends who bring in their own fairy lights and plants. You can come with the stuff you like.
And also as a producer, you just need to make sure that accept things. If someone wants to move around really weirdly, but it sounds amazing, just let them move. Be a bit embarrassing by yourself so that... No, honestly, that's how I like. As soon as I show how embarrassing I am, it makes the singer relax because they're like, well, I don't need to try. I don't need to try hard to be cool. Make sure that there's no other people who don't belong in the studio. That is a really mood killer. Also, while recording, be interested, be motivated, be present. Don't look at your phone while recording because otherwise, if you're not listening, the singer is gonna look at you and be like, oh, she's not listening, so I'm shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm bad. And then the confidence goes.
Damn you, confidence. Why are you leaving me? Well, the singers as well, eat well, sleep before the session. It's not just on the day. It's up towards that. So as a vocalist, your body is your instrument. So you need to constantly be on top of your health, which is sleep, it's food, it's mental health, and often producers are really good at, you have to you kind of suss out how is this person feeling, and you kind of go in and analyze, don't you, a little bit, and then check, all right, you look a bit cold, or you look a bit stressed or tired, are you all right? And so it's their job to see how are you doing when you then come there, and it's the singer's job to try and be in the best shape. Make sure that you appreciate the instrument. Your job is to make their day better. Make their day better and make the recording then. You know what I mean? So,
I don't know why you got so much sass about it. You make their day better.
Warm up before you get there. Yeah, don't waste studio time because studios are often very expensive. Don't waste studio time on warming up. Producer
set up before the singer or the performer comes in. So get click ready, get talk back ready, get the microphones, the headphones, everything so that the singer can come in and the only thing you can discuss is, example, which type of vocals you want to do. So if you have already picked 3 microphones that you think that might work with that person, so it's more about technique, talking about the song.
Really, really important to 110% know what you're going to sing. You need to come in and know exactly how you want to sing the song. You need to know phrasing, all the lyrics. Some people have the lyrics and it works for some people, but if you know a song inside out,
don't practice in front of the microphone. The takes are not rehearsals. The takes are to make you sound better.
Yeah. Oh yeah, so as well when you're practicing, because it can be a bit of a weird thing to sing to a click. So for me, if I do have a song with a click, practice with a metronome, and that can make it easy. And on the producer side with the click, we'll prepare the click, but if you don't like the sound of the click, it is possible to change it.
And what I usually do, changing it to a drum beat. So if it's like down tempo and you're more like, ooh, yeah, just get a beat that kind of reflects that feeling. Straight away affects the way they are performing. So instead of just being a click like ding, 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 but if it's like a or is it like a you get my point.
If you don't have a metronome, you can Google metronome, and a metronome comes up on Google. I was mind blown with that when I found out. Next.
Our second point is what happens in a session stays in a session. So that was before session, and now is what happens in a session.
What happens? I don't know. What actually happens?
As a producer, you have a lot of things that you need to think about. So factors like where exactly in the room is the singer going to be standing? Do they want to look at you? Where is the reflection points? Do you have a vocal booth? What is the reverb? Consider everything around the singer, not only for the sound quality, but also, as we were talking, accommodation of the singer in the room. What makes it work the best? In a small studio like this, I usually just like stare at the screen and let them take their space where they want to be, and then
I can do my thing. Because I move a lot, I need a bit of space. So that's good that she has this part of the studio and I can spread out. So I like to stand, but some people love to sit down.
Sometimes because you sit down, the voice quality is different, and it might be more tired. You're using more your throat, so it's not technically correct. It might sound better. And it might be the energy the producer is looking for.
And don't be afraid to try it out. So as a producer, Lena would sometimes say to me, can you just try this sitting down, or can you just try moving it over here, or
Absolutely,
or can you just try standing still for a moment and just see what, because it all changes how you sound.
Yeah. Example, as a producer, I would have maybe 3 microphones on handy. Have, for example, one dynamic microphone, just something that you can handheld, something that is really powerful, condenser microphone on the stand. You need to consider as a producer, is the performance and the fact that the singer can touch the microphone more important for getting the best quality of the performance, or is the sound quality? There's no right or wrong. The best one is the one that makes the best recording.
Yes, yes.
And the recording comes from performance. It comes also from quality. So it's about
balance, isn't it?
So that's your job, to know what is the right balance. It's just you need to know your microphones as well. You need to know what works for what artist. Yeah, but it was recorded with U87 because it was really expensive microphone. Nobody cares. Like, it's amazing if you have that. And of course it adds value. Maybe sometimes really bad microphone, but a lot of emotion can be better. Have you ever thought about that?
A really important thing as well that you work on when you're there is your headphone mix. The producer will ask you, how's the mix? And as a singer, it can be a bit like, oh, it's fine. But actually listening, how is it actually? Would I like to have a bit more drums so I can really feel the beat? Or would I like more of my own vocals? Would I like more piano because I need, the melodic bits a bit more? And another thing you can do, people prefer to have one on, one off, so you can actually hear how you sound in the room as well. So it's more the natural sound of how your voice sound and how you're used to hearing yourself.
Or add effects like reverb or delay. So if you want to hear yourself like you're in a shower, if that makes you feel easier to sing, don't be afraid of making slight mistakes. And don't try too hard to be perfect.
There's no such thing as a perfect person.
Yes.
Well,
I'm definitely not.
Pretty close though. Don't try to be perfect. Just go in and deliver the emotion, because the emotion is what people connect with, because no one cares about your technique. Yeah, and if it's not working, it's not working. Don't push it. You need to change something. Don't keep doing new take.
No more.
No more.
Okay, third point that we're having is
technical tips for performing in the studio. Instead of focusing too much on the technique, what you need to focus on is more the story of the song. What's the context? What's the meaning?
It's theater, it's illusion.
Yeah.
You think those million people who are going to sell this album to are in the microphone, and you tell them the story and you want them to hear the story, and that will transform into the recording.
A live situation and a recording situation, they're very different. In the studio, when you're recording, do some physical exercises, get physical, so you're not just stood there in a little room singing. You can even do a bit of running just to get your pulse up and get a bit of energy, especially for energetic music. What you can do as well is you can use the breath, because you get a bit like
it adds the energy level of the phrase that you are saying.
Yeah.
But as a producer, you can also cut those away.
Yeah.
If you want, but then the energy stays in the middle. You don't have that. So if you're not out of breath, you might have less energy. But then when you're out of breath, your vocals sound different. They might have more emotion, more emphasis. Like example, if you're talking about love story and you want something and you're like, I want to get this, and then you're just maybe they use that technique.
Maybe they do.
It sounds good. I would say one more thing as a producer to encourage all that, the storytelling, is metaphors. You're waking up 10 o'clock, you're going to studio, you don't really feel like super emotional about your love of your life, you know? You're just like, I really want a coffee, but you don't feel those emotions. Use metaphors. Think about something that you really want right now. Cold beer, like, you know, you almost like picture this in your mind. You know, it's hot summer day, you want to just be in a beer garden and sit there in the sun, and you have a gold lager in your hand and you're just sitting there like
really living it now.
But this is what I'm meaning. Like, as a producer, make up a story, and if that's the emotion you're channeling, that's the illusion that you're making.
At the end of the day, it's just important to remember that we're both all, however many is in this project, working towards the same thing.
Everyone in the party gets into the party and get into the party and just starts doing the party, then everybody has the better party. We're so wise.
It's just so deep.
Meta does tutoring. If you want to get some tutor vocal lessons through Skype, or if you're in York, so contact her on Instagram. It will be just here, and
that sounds awesome. Hey, hire me.
And subscribe, and we will see you later.
Later. We live in Yorkshire. Later.
Bye. I like that one. Should we keep that one?
Yeah.